Now, in some cases, particularly with more complex pieces of software, you might need to actually train users on how to use it. Now, there are three ways. You have in-person classes, online training, and self-instruction. Again, there are some advantages and disadvantages to all of these. With in-person classes, this is like pretty time consuming, right? And it can often be expensive because you need to hire a trainer, or you need to have someone take time out of their day at your own workplace to go train a bunch of other employees who are not going to be doing their job during that time. So it's both cost and time intensive. Online training is obviously much less cost and time intensive. It can be done asynchronously, meaning that someone can do it like after work or in between, like during breaks or whenever it is. Additionally, they don't, both them and the instructor doesn't need to be taken out of their job or paid just to do training. We might provide some incentives for our employees to do online training, but you don't need to hire an instructor, or you don't need to send employees to another location, taking time out of their day in order to do online training. The drawback is obviously that you don't have a person there to answer questions. You might have some sort of alternative, like being able to email a point of contact or do Zoom meetings, but oftentimes that's not the same as an in-person experience. And then finally, you have self-instruction, which, I mean, basically someone just hands you a book or resources and says, go. This is obviously the easiest one. You don't need to create any training courses or spend money creating training courses or administering even an online course. You just hand people resources. On the other hand, this is obviously a lot less easy to access. Users need to be the people you're training need to be well motivated. Also, they need to be able to go out and seek information on their own in a less structured manner. So obviously self-instruction is the cheapest, easiest way for management, but for users, it can be, or for people who are being trained, for employees, this can be the least useful means of training them on software.